30 miles north of Safeco Field sits Everett Memorial Stadium, the home of the Mariners' short-season A-ball affiliate, the Everett AquaSox. Many of these AquaSox may only call Everett home until early September before moving on elsewhere in the farm system. But before this batch goes for another Northwest League championship in September, we caught up with them to ask about one of the biggest moments in their lives, the day they were drafted.
Man, I had a little bit of communication between my agent who was contacting the Mariners. Got a call about 2 minutes before the selection was in and saying that I was their guy. And it was just one of those when the commissioner said my name, I was just extremely excited. I mean, just sort of taken back. It didn't really hit me right away, but I had my family and friends there. And it was just a really, really humbling experience, and glad I could experience it.
Mike Zunino was not the only big bat to go in the early rounds of the draft to the Mariners. They were able to gobble up Big East Player of the Year Patrick Kivlehan in the 4th round out of Rutgers.
I mean, it was pretty cool. It happened on the 2nd day of the draft this year. I was just sitting in the living room with my parents and my girlfriend. My brother and sister were at school, so they couldn't take part in it. But we were just hanging out watching the draft through the computer and just waiting. And then the phone call came and we saw it on the computer, and it was just, excited. Everyone, just excited to be a part of the Mariners organization and what they're trying to build here. The Mariners are probably the team that was most interested in me. They, throughout the season had contacted me the most, talked to me the most. So I had a little, special feeling that they were going to take me, and they did.
Coug fans throughout the Northwest had to be thrilled when Jack Zarenzik and crew kept things local this year in the 7th round, selecting Washington State first baseman Taylor Ard.
I mean, it was a good feeling. I mean, I was still in Pullman at the time, up at school, and just kind of sitting around watching the computer, talked to the Mariners a little bit, talked to my agent, and I had a good idea that they were interested. I wasn't for sure that they were going to take me, so just like when that 7th round came, just kind of paid a little more attention, and once I heard my name, it was just, relief, excitement, just, a lot of different feelings, and I knew I was going to sign, so once I heard my name, I knew I was going to sign with the Mariners, and once that kind of clicked in, it was a good feeling.
It has already been 2 years since Marcus Littlewood had his name called by the Mariners, but he looks back on his draft day as one of the best days of his life.
Yeah, it was the 2nd day of the draft. Me and my parents were just huddled around the computer, and it happened so fast. Every pick was like 10 seconds, it seemed like. And yeah, right at I think the end of the 2nd round, I got chosen. They announced my name, and there were hugs all around. It was really exciting. It was a great moment. Really didn't know who was gonna pick me. I was just hoping to get picked by anybody. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the Mariners that picked me. It's a great organization, so I'm excited.
Being drafted by a major league team is a memory none of these guys will soon forget. They dream of finding themselves with a big club someday soon, but for now, they call Everett home, only 30 short miles from Seattle.